and Freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gon' let it get to me. I'm just gon' creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with the fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gon' creep down Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery.
Oh, baby. Surprise stream? What do y'all mean surprise stream? I mentioned yesterday that I was going to stream. We are in the midst of a game jam, dude. We got some work to do. And I didn't get to stream for like 8 days. What about monks? What do you mean by monks? Also, Simbera, thank you so much for the 13 months. That's a creature card, buddy. This is very loud. Hold on. All right, y'all ready? Also, Coco Makoma with a juice. How's the game jam going for you, Coco? Ready, set, bazinga! Ernesto, what's up? Proton, 1, 2, 3. Simbera, Bearded Joe, 1, 2, 3 yet again. What up, Tidge? How you doing? How is everybody? The Church of Monks? The Church of Monks? Show outfit. I'm just wearing a top and shorts. I fixed the camera angle. It's a little better, in my opinion. It's like vanilla ice cream. It's actually got little rainbow flecks in it. It's the Vans Pride line. I don't know if you can... I don't know if there's a way to tell. Tyler, what up? How you doing? How is everybody on this fine Wednesday? Feels odd to be streaming on a day like today, but I with great intention. We're in the midst of a game jam. We got a lot of work to do. And so doing it on stream kind of, it incentivizes me to keep on it, you know what I mean? Doing all right, not a pixel art day? Aw, no worries. You had to drop out from the jam this time. Other things are taking priority. Hey, it happens. Stuff happens, you know? Yo, it's Church of Mox. Okay, look, I read wrong dog as wrong dong, okay? That was my bad. Shadows and Alchemy, Arco Arc, what is up? Yes, Shadows and Alchemy is the theme. We are neck deep in developing the systems for our game. I've got a lot of asset work to do. We made some like tactical decisions today that kind of greatly changed the game a little bit. So it kind of invalidates a little bit of the work I did yesterday, but not much. And I think we'll be able to spring back pretty quick. That's all game jams are, is like, you go a little forward, you realize you have to go back. And then you go very forward, and you have to go back a little bit. Do you have any wrong dog in your new room? What's wrong dog? You did not get donut wall. Dude, I was in the kitchen watching the stream on my phone. Mostly reading chat. I saw your millions of sevens come through, and then I listened to TTS say a large number. Oops, all Bobbert, what up? Padding the stream numbers. Kazoo, Maddie T to Cal, what's up? Listen to this. Bye, Mox. Love you.
Congratulations.
You guys don't even realize the kind of power I'm messing with. No leaving? You're like leaving work? Oh! Well, be safe on your way home. It's supposed to storm. So you guys already know the drill. Oh wait, Simbera, it's your creature card time. Are you ready? Ooh. Simbera, not ready? Well, too bad! You have pulled the Panther. Panthers. Have you ever even seen a panther? Let's see what it says about panther. You were a displacer beast? I don't know what that is. You love Panther? Panther is independence, power, and sensuality. Sensuality? A fierce guardian of the void, the panther is a majestic symbol of beauty, grace, and power. The panther always waits for the right time to make its move, silently pouncing on its prey with deadly accuracy. A creature of the darkness, the panther guides us when we are ready to explore the mysteries of the unknown. A place of both creation and destruction, death and rebirth. With knowledge comes power as you explore the deepest depths of yourself, encounter the shadows, and allow them to release their hold over you. Have the courage to claim your strengths and harness the darkness inside of you. The panther embodies feminine power and thrives off lunar energy, symbolizing the mother and the dark moon. The panther is a strong sign that you have everything you need to make your dreams come true, and the finesse to do it on your own terms. Start doing yoga. Maddie T to Cal, welcome in. Vayantir, welcome in. That is an apropos card for the Game Jam theme. The yoga arc begins. Exactly. Folks, we have a lot to do. And I didn't get to do much after stream yesterday. I got off stream and then I took like ate some dinner. Sorry, I just felt like messing with the thing. I can't wait to make the OST for this game. It's gonna be awesome. All right. Hold on. Real quick, let me set myself up. I've got to open a sprite. Bow, 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 bow. All right, so right off the rip, you're gonna notice some changes. Well, you'll notice a change, possibly, if you were paying a lot of attention yesterday. Kaboosh! Is the picture on the pegboard melting from the heat? No, it's just this really cool... It's this really cool piece of art that came with one of my tarot card decks. Isn't that awesome? ArcoArc, thank you for the compliments. This is the mock-up. Right now, this is an asset playground that I've concocted so that we can essentially work on art separate from the game, which is what Average Atlas has mostly been working on. Is this for Godot Wild Jam? No, we're doing the Pirate Jam, hosted by Pirate Software. So, those of you noticed, what's up, M? How are ya? Yesterday we had a 6x6 grid. Today we have an 8x8 grid, and that is primarily because we realized that 6x6 was a little limiting in the complexity that we wanted. So with 8x8, we are now able to have, it's basically a chessboard. With 8x8, we are now able to have a little bit more complicated puzzles. And a lot more flexibility to create those puzzles. So this is what we got so far. How does this still look with the daytime? Okay, it's still looking good. Man, this color palette, it works nice with each other. Okay. Can we nerf en passant for chess 2? No. For chess 2, we're inventing a new piece. It's called the Jester. It can only move forward like a pawn, but it can capture backwards at a diagonal. And when it does, it hops. It does like this. This is the Jester. You start here, you move up. Let's say there's an enemy piece here. You capture it, you go here. All right, anyways. So we made 8x8 tiles. That's one of the big changes from yesterday. We need to start exporting this, like these assets out. That's checkers. Sure. I mean, yes, it is. It literally is. But you can't move backwards unless you're a king, right? When you got a king me checker. So one of the things we're going to have to do is rebuild a lot of the items that we had. Maybe we won't, though. Where's this? This is layer 6. Hold on. Move this bad boy around. Whoops. What? It's a little confusing. Hold on. Jester play in checkers. Maybe we don't. How many? This is 1, 2. It's hard to like center these on these because now they're like kind of on an odd paced grid or odd shaped grid. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that still looks pretty good to me. Let's look at all the other things that we made yesterday that we're gonna keep. This is gonna have to change up here, but this, the magnifying glass, I should rename these layers. Bop, 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 bop. I think it looks okay. Here's an idea. This is a great track. I mean, I think this looks pretty slick. We have room up top too, so if we move this even to the top row, it doesn't really mess with things too much. So perhaps we don't have to rebuild the items. Let's see what the whatchamacallit looks like. The prism. I mean, that still looks pretty good to me. That's good. I didn't want to have to resize these. Okay, cool. So we'll keep that. That saves us a lot of time. That means we don't have to rework our items. And it also means we can continue to build items under the same creative restraints that we had prior. The only thing is that some of these items we were working with, the ones that we like abandoned, some of them were a little too wide. I mean, whoop. Where is this? So like this. I mean, yo, Dr. Gene Bean, what up? You can still tell what tile this is like on, and it's not really ambiguous over which tile it is. That being said, it doesn't really matter. We're not using this. We're not using this particular asset or this one. So I think that means we can stay within the same confines and we're okay. I'm not gonna worry too much about other items at present. We gotta actually start exporting out some of these assets into the project. I haven't heard from Average Atlas since we left work, so I'm gonna wait to do that until he shows up. Until then though, I think what we can do is we can just kind of go through the assets we have. Basically get it set up. Let me do that real quick. We're gonna open up everything we have for this project, because it's gonna be quite the migration. God, the shapes alone is gonna take forever, dude. Sorry, I'm just opening them all up without showing you my file pathing. Okay. Dr. Gene Bean, everybody's so nice all the time. We have the best community, period. Wait, hold on. How does this cup look? We talked about replacing the cup with some other item. Like, it'll do the same thing, but we were talking about maybe replacing it with, like, a kaleidoscope or something. I don't know if we'll actually get around to doing that, so don't worry too much about it. Let's see how it looks on the mock-up. It's probably going to be, like, the last one we did. Alright, we got to name these layers better. I think this looks fine. All the items we made yesterday still look good on these tiles. Although, hold on. From here to here is 8. Okay, that's centered. Okay. Yo, I heard Zazzle's doing a 32-hour chugathon or whatever it's called. And he's like eating gross things and people are like, you don't have to do this. And he's like, why are you making me do this? That's so funny. Here, I'm gonna delete some layers. We need to clean up our thing. We got a little chaotic yesterday. I don't think I've ever had anchovies. Aren't they just like super salty? Thanks for the offer, Dr. Gene Bean. I think we're relatively close to being done with generalized asset creation. I think the next steps are going to be like, we have to get them into the project. We need to, I'm gonna redo this. We're going to have to like connect them to the components that are relevant for them. And then we're gonna have to start writing like shaders and stuff. He ate a Domino's pizza with anchovies. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know they had anchovies. Like, that is news to me. So we have to redo these two.
Yeah!
No worries, Dr. Gene Bean. Maybe in the future, I think it would be kind of cool if there was a jam that had like less restrictions. Because this game jam actually had quite a lot of rules to follow. Like, you can only have teams of up to 5. And I'm pretty sure that's like standard. Like, it's not uncommon for that to be a generalized rule. I'm gonna get rid of this. But I would like to do one that has like a little less, like more flexibility behind it, and maybe do like a community backed game jam. It'd be cool to make a game with everybody contributing something. Obviously there'd have to be some kind of like design restrictions in place, but I think it'd be really fun to be like, hey, build some kind of asset if you would like to include it. It doesn't really matter the quality, just make sure it's at least this size. The Dark Prism. How do they even verify team size? I don't know, to be honest with you. Truly, I have no idea. They also say no AI is allowed, but like, how are they gonna prove that people didn't use AI? And like, what even constitutes AI at this point? Because like, if you Google search things, sometimes it shows up with like a compiled AI response. I think it's a good thing they have that in, by the way. I just don't know how they enforce it. The official Meadow Game Jam. Anyone can also do QA. This is true. All right, so this is how we're looking right now. We might have to tweak the Dark Prism because now we have the tiles sit on this like dark background. So the Dark Prism is a little hard to see. We might be able to do some like post-processing effects to this. Maybe throw a shader on the Dark Prism that looks interesting, or perhaps even make it an emission source for light, but do like a dark light of some variety. I don't really know. Oh, Thor said no AI generated assets. Okay, well that's, at least there's no issue there whatsoever. They can also ask to do code review. Oh boy, I hope Average Alice, if we get to the top 10, which, look, that would be insane. I don't think that's even on the radar though. But if they did reach out to us to do code review, Average Atlas got some splaining to do. I'm just kidding. He's actually on top of it. I actually witnessed in real time the moment Average Atlas had like a galaxy brain understanding of Godot, and now he's stomping tasks out like crazy fast. It's really cool. You go through peaks and valleys as a developer where you're like, I'm a god, I can do anything, and then I'm stupid, I don't know what I'm doing. All right, we've named everything that needs to be named. What is this? These are the helper layers. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these. We're just cleaning our workspace up. It was getting a little hectic. Okay. Still waiting for that first peak. You're in the valley at the moment. It happens. It happens. You can't force it either, which is kind of a bummer, you know? Moon. This is old moon. We got new moon. This is new moon. I really like the way on accident this like hill in the back kind of flows into the rest of the HUD or the rest of the UI. That was an accident. I didn't mean to pick the same color. Okay. We're gonna call this new moon just so I can differentiate it easier. Okay. Just because I'm not 100% sold on either having solid moon or new moon. Okay. That looks good to me. Let's go to our items. Let's get an idea of what's going on in here. Thankfully, we've discovered that these mostly fit. We need to fix these icons that represent the input tile. New moon and used moon. New moon, brand new. Never worn. I'm deleting this. I don't even care. The crystals suck. Okay. All the rest of these are relevant. And then this is our background layer. Okay. Sometimes you have to let things go. All right, we need to redo the inputs.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, welcome. Save that. Let's just call this work layer. We're gonna go through all of these before we start making tweaks to various sprites. For sale, baby moon, never mooned. Sad. The saddest story ever told. Items looks good. We have a tool version. What do y'all think looks better? The word tools or the word items? I think items looks better. Tools looks kind of funky. This font that I chose has like it almost looks like eyeballs. And this looks like a big face. I couldn't not see it, so I like items better. Transmutation table. This thing is actually pretty cool because the table is by itself. It just has like holes in the background. So if we wanted to, without the filigree like gold detailing, here, let me get a preview going so it's a little easier to see. You could fill it with stuff in the background. So we can like throw whatever color square we want back there. We can modulate that square with like an animating gradient. We could throw a square behind it that has a cool shader on the back that's doing some neat stuff, but it would only be visible through like these etchings. So I don't think this is going to be gold like this. I think we're gonna keep it hollow. Whoa. We're gonna keep it hollow. Like this. Yeah, Kokomakoma, that's exactly what it looked like. These are the old tiles. Wait, no. These are the new tiles. These are all of our shapes. The tiles are actually going to be a sprite sheet. Not everything. There's actually very few sprite sheets in this project. We're basically exporting out most of the assets one at a time. There's reasons for that, but the tiles are pretty easy to set up with this with a sprite sheet. We have our HUD. We're going to be exporting these out in layers so that I can like animate pieces of them individually. And then this is the border for the HUD. The shapes are insane. We have 6 shapes altogether that each have 3 sizes. So that's 18 plus another 6 decorations. So we're looking at 24 different assets for that. You could argue that you could throw the smalls all on the same sprite sheet. You could actually technically throw all of them on the same sprite sheet, but here's the thing. I don't care. Zorak, what up? PvP boss? I finally understand. Sprite has way more different definitions than it has any right to. That is true. You got like little forest fairies. You've got images that are sprites. You have a lemon lime drink from the Coca-Cola company. Jeez, there's just so many of these. This is gonna take a while to output. Flashes of light in the atmosphere called sprites. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this like gradient in the back. It does feel kind of empty without it. I think we might keep it off. Here's the reason why I think we might keep it off. There's another light source we haven't made yet. It's the eclipsed sun. And I think this effect, this radial gradient, would look really cool with like the black sun in the front. You know what I mean? So I think we'll probably leave the flare off and we'll like reserve that for the eclipse because of the corona. And we could still make this like an emission shape too. That's just a setting. So I don't know why, this is what I like, when we were talking about the game idea, I was like, yo, Everchatless, what's up? Welcome in. When we were talking about the game, I had this vision that was basically like, I want the light source to be part of the screen, even though like you have like a board down here that describes like what the light source is. Because essentially I was like, we have to have an eclipse included in this somehow. I really like artistically showing eclipses. Like, hold on, let me pull something up. If I can find it. Wow. Give me 1 second, I'm just trying to make sure I don't really dox myself anymore. Any more than is necessary, I should say. How can I do this? Here's what I'll do. I made this a long time ago. In like CSS. Ugh, hold on a second. Pay no mind to the thing above this, but this is what I'm talking about. I made this a while ago. I love creating like the effect of the eclipse. Screen reflects off of watch, instantly doxed. So I wanted to like have a depiction of an eclipse in this game somewhere. So that's why the light source we're gonna go with has an eclipse variant. Where is, okay. All right. Average Atlas, we were just going through all the assets that have been created thus far. You'll be happy to realize, Average Atlas, that the items that I've made so far actually still fit on the tiles, and I think they look good at this size. So, I don't have to rework the art that has already been made. Unless we are trying to change this to be like a kaleidoscope or something, but the more like time passes, the more I'm like, I don't care if it's a cup or not. We'll just have to get clever with the HUD. So that being said, we were going through all of the project files to kind of get an idea for how we're going to export them. Average Atlas, is the code base in a place where I can spin off a branch and start porting assets over? One time, yeah, 1, 2, 3 doxed. I need something a little more chill. This is great. Not yet, you can sink down, working on one last bug. No worries, no worries. Go ahead and let me know when that's a thing. In the meantime, well, no, I wanna wait. I wanna wait until the project is ready, because I can start exporting these things out directly into the Godot project, which is a lot easier than putting them somewhere else and then finding them in there and then dragging them over to the Godot project. So how was everybody's day, by the way? It's Wednesday. Feels odd to be streaming, of course, but either way, I'm glad to be here. Making up for lost time due to our internet issues. I want to check Discord. Whoop! Let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Yeah, I was bummed when I found out Dan wasn't streaming today. I was like, oh man. Yo! There you go. Not streaming tomorrow either. That's okay. We'll occupy our time. You got more done today, Tidge? That tracks, yeah. Dude, my hair is getting long. I need to wash it and condition it like ASAP, and then put product in it. TV Traders Emmy stuff or end of summer vacation? It might be end of summer vacation. I know a lot of kids are going to school soon. I think like not next week, but the week after, kids are going back to school. Zim, what's up? Had 2.5 hour phone conversation with your mom. Kind of a cathartic feeling. That's good. I hope it was good. Catharsis can be both good and kind of like melancholic, but either way, I think it's healthy to experience catharsis. Anyone else take 3 showers a day? Dude, so part of the reason my hair looks the way it does right now is because when we moved, I got sweatier than I've ever been, I think. Like, actually sweatier than I've ever been. My entire, like, I remember I got in the shower, water hit my, like, forehead, and then came down into my mouth, and it was like salt. It was like eating a Lay's potato chip. It was disgusting. So, I washed my hair, and then even after, like, washing my hair, conditioning it, scrubbing my entire body down, like, vigorously, I still felt dirty the next day. Like, even, like, the same night I went to bed and I was like, I still feel dirty. So the next day, we had to move more stuff. Got sweaty again. Did the same thing again, showered. Washed my hair, conditioned it. I never do that. I never wash and condition my hair like 2 days in a row. But I did. And then I think that fricked my hair up. Big time. So I haven't washed my hair again since probably like Saturday. No, probably Sunday. And I'm not going to, I think, until like Sunday this week. It'll be like the reset. I guess it depends. If I get my bike back and I go on a bike ride and I sweat a bunch, I'm definitely gonna wash my hair. While we're waiting, I'm gonna divvy out some juice. Whoop! You've never taken more than 2 a day? There's definitely been times when I've taken like 3 or 4 showers. Maybe not 4, maybe 3 showers in one day. Murph still has a butt ton of juice, don't forget. Coco Makoma. It's juice time. Scoop! You're very balanced. That's like insane balance technology. Dexterity. Continuing to be balanced. What? I'd rather just quick push down what I have and then sneak a bug fix in so you don't have to wait around. But then that means I'll have a broken version. Also, Dr. Gene Bean with a juice redemption. Wait, Zorak, you want to know what song it is? The artist is right here. Let's divvy out some juice. Coco Makoma got you a dexterity. It's put you at 3. You're at 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, whatever, whatever. I don't remember.
Congratulations.
Dr. Gene Bean. Clovey Girl, welcome in. Dr. Gene Bean. This is your 3rd ever juice. Let's see if it's speed. What if someone just got only one type of juice for their entirety of their longevity? Ha! Dr. Gene Bean, you're doing it. 3 juices in a row, all speed. No breaks. Arbor Cat, what up? Finally home from work? Hell yeah. The search, turning it night, makes me wish there was a nighttime button. It's not making it nighttime, it's putting like a vignette around a meadowling. Like if I do A, look how dark it gets, because there's so many people with the letter A in their name. Arborcat, it's going good. Presently we're just kind of waiting. We're calmly waiting for Average Atlas to fix a bug so that we can pull the code base down and import all of the assets we have over to the code. Because it's about time to start swapping out those assets, the placeholder assets that exist with the real ones. And start spicing it up. What if someone got all but one kind of juice? You have some luck. You like my top? Thank you, it's from the Vans Pride collection. They got me every year. They're like, let's appeal to the queers, and then I fall for it. You'll no longer be asking every time it's a Messenger song. That's because every song is a Messenger song, dude. There's a new one. I want to suck your blood. Aw, man. What up, Candy Gandy? That is also my left hand. Whoops. I think there's something stuck in there. Hey. What's up, baby? Sorry, I'm doing like weird sound stuff.
Hello, chat.
You know what we need? More reverb. See y'all in outer space. I feel like we're accidentally making the Pikmin soundtrack. All right, we're a little bit back from outer space. All right. I've stopped the thing. It's gonna trail off, but we're done with space time. You can talk to chat now unhindered.
Hi, chat. Zorark. When are we gonna play D&D? Zorark and Simbera and Average Atlas, and I could probably handle 2 more people. So if somebody's interested. Vand here. We need to set up our game with you too. So much D&D.
Maybe when it's
Needs
not
to happen.
super hot anymore,
Hi, Vand here.
we can be playing D&D more frequently.
No, it's not up to me, Simbera. It's up to Zorark. Kids, what do you mean you're the worst?
Rolling poorly.
Thinking about them beans. Yeah, I was on a big D&D hyperfixation kick, and then we moved, and now all I can think about is the move. Oh. I mean, you do need carry, big hammer, and smash. You could be carry, big hammer, and smash. Hi, Em! I don't know why this reminded me of you. I think it's because I was listening to this stream yesterday and talking to you, but I was also at work on a break and I saw this happen. but it had been raining, and some kid just like bent over and started like smashing the puddles really, really hard, and it was going everywhere. And her mom was just like, and it reminded me of you. I don't know why it reminded me of you, but it reminded me of you.
The kid slapping the water or the mom?
Yeah, no, the kid slapping the water.
Oh.
Or maybe just the water. Maybe M is the puddle. M, are you the puddle? You could play most weekday evenings and weekends. Wait, I thought you were studying.
Oh,
Ooh,
baby. I mean, Average Atlas, we could have hopped on a call and I could have helped you walk through it.
M is just like water for real, for real. Okay, I'm going.
You're hurting my back. Yeah,
I'm
thank
hurting
you.
your back.
Because I was like leaning over to let you talk.
I'm such a burden.
A burden.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Can you get the cats out of here?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Oop. Nope, wrong way.
Sorry, this is a cat-free zone during the game jam. You're gonna take a study break? Is that a break to study or a break from studying? A new sush box? We're thinking of getting like a small cat tree. A smaller cat tree. We got rid of the one they had. It was disgusting, man. It was completely coated in like cat throw up. Yo, Kikioa, what's up? Our cats just love to throw up. Average Atlas, I'm pulling down changes. Are the changes up? Yeehaw, buddy! Alright, I'm gonna spit up a branch. We're gonna call it Asset Migration. I'm gonna go ahead and publish this branch even though there's been no changes, just so you know. And then I'm going to start moving things over. We don't need to do a Discord call for moving the art assets over. Once I start hooking them into the things that they are meant to go to, I will probably want to hop on a call just to ask you questions about where I should be putting things or how I should be hooking them up, or any like caveats or gotchas regarding like the nodes and their instantiations. Does that make sense? Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. All right, so we're in the project now. Pog, should I move down for this? I think it's okay. We need to actually hold on. Skirt.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna create some folders actually in the Godot project. All right, we have sprites. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate them out by like UI. Well, hold on, let me think about this. We don't need to Galaxy Brain organization too much, is my opinion on it. Also, all of our folders are lowercase. We can do UI. Items. Why do we need... Did you actually make the background oh, a sprite. Okay. Is it just a square? Okay, it's a rectangle, not a square. Well, the only reason I ask is because we could use a color rect for this. We don't need like a built-in asset. But it's not a big deal either way. Nah, if you've already got it this way, it's not a big deal. We have UI items. We're gonna need a whole ass folder. What are we calling those things? The shapes for the alchemical symbols. I'm gonna call them glyphs. Is glyphs cool? Can we call them glyphs? Whole PB folder. I'm gonna call them glyphs, like this. And then so I think things like the all of the HUD elements are going to go in the UI folder. Items obviously in here. Glyphs are going to contain all of the shape outputs. That might be all we need for now. UI is also going to have like the HUD toggling border. All right, let's cool. With that in mind, let me navigate over to this real quick and start taking a peek at some of this stuff. It's gonna be a little awkward. I actually think, hold on, we do need to change some stuff here. Back in the items, is this a 24 by 24? I think it is. 26 by 26. That means this interior piece is 24 by 24. Okay. What happens if I do this? Hog. That's what I wanted. Okay. Rune Glyphberg. Who's Rune Glyphberg? Is that Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Alright. Give me 1 second here. I know I keep toggling between scenes like crazy, but it's because exporting is a little finicky at times. And I don't want y'all to see my entire folder structure. I can't have you knowing whether or not I look at porn. Do people still store porn on their computers? Sure? Really? Need to have something local? Content creators do? Need to have something local? What is that, like an OnlyFans thing? Okay. Alright, I think we're at the point now where I can start showing you the export process. Not that it's like secretive or whatever. Just kidding, it's very secretive! I'm literally just exporting like this, but we need to change the name of these things. Yo, Murph, what up? How you doing today? Magnifying glass. I don't give a damn. Whoops. Mirror. Rune Glyphberg is Danish. You drove 4 hours out of town and back? Wait, have you been, is it 2 hours out, 2 hours back, or 4 hours out, 4 hours back? Because that's 8 hours, man. This, we're gonna redo this. We're gonna redo this. Two-hour out and back. That's still crazy. That's a long ways. All right. That should be all the items that we have that are ready for export in the items folder, which you can see here exists. Pog. Now, back into A-Sprite. Scoop. We need to export this. This whole thing is being exported by itself. Is this going to the right location? No, it's not. This is a UI element. I'm gonna call it item. I'm gonna call it the inventory. Wait, is it inventory? IV, like this? Is that how you spell it? Yes. Some people, I feel like they pronounce it inventory. Inventory. All right, now we're exporting out the transmutation table. Here we go again. Mamma mia. For some reason, that one was exporting to the desktop. Don't really understand why that's happening, but... I was on Reddit the other night reading something, probably something political and Minkus, but I thought it was really funny because someone said some kind of comment and then they appended to their comment at the bottom in all caps, Mamma Mia, like Mamma Mia, you know, like Mario, and for some reason that made me laugh. Inventory. Sorry, folks, I'm just getting this all exported out. We got 3 separate UI elements so far. Now we have the glyphs. The glyphs are going to take a minute, so just give me a moment here. I'll show you all this process. I just need to export one of them at first. Average Atlas, I have a question for you. Yo, DJ Dr. C, what's up? It's pronounced GIF. It is! It is pronounced GIF. Mamma mia. Do you think it would be easier to have the glyphs denoted by their color rather than what they are? So we could be like, like that. So that's like red small, red M, red L. Or would you rather it be like circle, circle, circle? Because in my mind, the band of light is the color, but it translates to a shape. So I don't know if it makes more sense to call it the shape name or like what color will output that shape. Maybe we just call it the shape. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it the shape because we might decide to change the colors around. Like a circle might be blue instead of red. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna call it a circle. That being said though, it's going to be... I'm gonna organize them by like size at the very least. in like folders. I'm gonna create like glyphs. I'm gonna create a large, because I don't want the files to be named like circle L, circle M, circle S. I just want it to be circle, but if it's in the large folder, it's the large circle. You know what I mean? Does anyone remember The Lighthouse? Of course we remember The Lighthouse. It's a great movie. I can't wait for Nosferatu to come out. And then we're gonna have one more folder for decorations. These are the shadows. Average Atlas, you're doing Duolingo right now? When did I last watch The Lighthouse? Probably like a few days before we moved. I have not seen it since we moved. I know, I'm quite the poser. All right, give me 1 second. So we have...
Yay!
How can I tell? I got a notification with your little cute little avatar's face popped up on my phone. Said something about you doing Duolingo. There's nothing wrong with it. The little character creator in Godot, or in Duolingo is very cute. Y'all drop your duo sonas in the Discord if you have them. I want to see what your little avatars are. Sorry, I can put you back on the screen. You're a Rosetta Stone, Andy? Really? Do they still make Rosetta Stones? Is the Rosetta Stone a stone that people pee on? Kind of like the Blarney Stone? DJ Dr. C, yes, the camera is much better framed in my professional opinion. It was way too high earlier. Why does this look this way? Hold on a second, go back. I guess this is accurate. It just looks weird on the gray and black. Like it's not centered. Yo, Nugs for the 13?
13 months off.
Thank you for the 13 months.
Poison!
That's a creature card, by the way. You've pulled the cardinal. You pulled the cardinal! Woo! What does it say about the cardinal?
Yeah!
Devotion, romance, love. Love is on its way. With its bold red plumage, the cardinal carries messages of romance and encourages you to confidently declare your desires. Let your passions drive you forward unto this flurry of infatuation. Cardinals are a sign of loyalty and devotion, mating for life once they've found their partner. When a cardinal crosses your path, be on the lookout for anybody that appears in your life around this time. Along with their partnership, family is the utmost importance to cardinals, and they often create close bonds with their young. They plant roots in a region, providing stability and safety as they raise their next generation. The cardinal could be a sign that you are ready to settle down and start your own family, or deepen your relationship with your existing family. Cardinals can also be signs from loved ones who have passed, a signal of reassurance that you are being supported from the other side. You are deeply loved. Yee! Thank you so much, Nugs, for the 13 months. Hope you're having a great day. Scoop! Alright, bring me back in here. We gotta export this pop. Ba. The barbell. This is one of the sleeper best shapes in the game. And yes, it is called the barbell. Alright. That's it for these. Now we must do the large shapes. This is the star. Star. Let's just double check this is actually exporting. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't for some reason. It is. A Jedi craves not these things. But does a Jedi... Can a Jedi see... Can a Jedi see the reason why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Pentagon? Pent. I feel like my T key is messed up. Believing the lies of the Jedi, I can't. You do not fear the dark side like he does? What color would your lightsaber be if you had one? You'd be a Sith so hard. You can't though, they kill each other. It's like the goal is to just... I think Simbera, you would walk into like the dark side training camp and someone would say like one mean thing to you and you would cry and they would kick you out or they would kill you. Bye Tidge. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you next time. Let's see. This is the medium. Goodness, I have something stuck in my throat. Yo, I love that little squam. Woo! Green for you? I want a yellow lightsaber. Is that cringe? If you can't be a Sith Lord, what would you be? You'd be like C-3PO. Pea-colored lightsaber? What the hell? Infrared lightsaber, no one can see it coming? That's pretty smart. Alright, we did square already, hold on. What is it? Do you not want to be like a C-3PO? You could be like a blue C-3PO. Orange lightsabers are used by the Jedi Temple guards. Well, they didn't do their job very good, did they? Laughing at dead children? I'm not laughing at dead children. What the hell? What kind of sound font would you have for your lightsaber? I want a lightsaber that sounds like Kylo Ren's. That lightsaber has the coolest sound effects. Don't even at me. Alright, look, Messenger. We love you. But you can't have like 6 songs in a row. You'd want it to be an ear-splitting one? A real horrible noise? I bet this is Simbera's lightsaber. It goes... Oh, fuck. Just kidding. That would be very funny, though. Small star, okay. You're first on the Sith list? What are you talking about? I'm giving you great lore and backstory already. Yo, it's cozy in here. We're kind of like just chilling in the dark. Okay, shapes. That was the largest, that was like the biggest series of layers, I think, that we had to deal with. A lot of stuff going on in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. We're missing the large square. No, we're not. Oh crap, we exported the triangle as the square. Square, triangle. Go back to the large. Triangle is 5, no. We need to re-export the square and export the triangle of the large. My bad. Give me the square. Squarey? Okay. Squarey? Boom. Okay, there's square. Now we need triangle. Okay. Shapes should be done. Shapes are done, decorations done. Okay. Cool. Moving on, moving on. What a migration this is. Did we already do the items? I think we did. We were going right to left. Yeah. UI has already been done. Okay, so the HUD elements are next. I'm going to create another subfolder in here. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna call this HUD. How many little Jedi kids do you think you could fight before you either succumb to them or you beat them all? All right, here we go. Let's do the border first. How strong are their force powers? I don't know. It's like a mixed bag. All right. Actually, crap. Do you only have a lightsaber, and is it real? I mean, assuming yes, these are real Jedi children. We need to export the border and the arrows out separately because I think we're gonna have two different assets for when these are hovered versus not hovered. Like, how young of a Jedi do you think you could fight before you lose? I'm in the camp where I think if like a 5-year-old Jedi comes at me with a lightsaber, I'm toast. If you are your normal person, your normal self, how many do you think you could fight? Is this TOS? A squad of clone troopers and you think you can take them out? Interesting. I need to re-export this. Okay. Let's, we need to actually create a new couple of assets here. Clone troopers are definitely better than child magic kids. You think so? Hold on, we need to save this separate from the project. So here's what we're gonna do here. We have this HUD arrow. This, you can't really see it because it's covered kind of similar to this. This is the unhighlighted version of it. We need to come up with like a highlighted version. I think the easiest way to do that is to look at it in context in the UI. Whoops. That color is, ooh, you know what? I bet the gold. Yo, yeah. The gold is going to be the like hovered color to indicate that it's clickable. Okay, I think this is all we need for this. We have 2 frames of this. We can make one for like the actual like mouse down click action, but I don't think it's necessary. I feel like I remember this being a pain in the butt in Godot though, like UI elements, if it is a UI element for clicking things, setting up like a sprite sheet is a little awkward compared to just doing a texture. We'll figure it out though, I'm not too worried. Let me export this out. Export sprite sheet. Okay. So now we have a sprite sheet, simple enough, sure. We've exported out the HUD border. Now we need to export this puppy and its various elements. So here's what I think. I kind of feel like we only really need to export out the clouds individually. Like, we have to export them out individually, but the only things that are going to be moving, I think, are the clouds. And they're only going to be moving, like, a little bit back and forth. And that might look a little weird. It might end up looking kind of like a bubble bath. Like, stuff just foaming. But we'll see. How many younglings could you take before they killed you, assuming the fights are 1v1? 0. If they have a lightsaber, I'm gonna die. Like, what am I gonna do? I get one Star Wars related weapon of my choice. Does the Death Star count? And can I blow up the planet they're on from orbit? No. I would die in that case? I don't get it. I'm on the Death Star. I have to be able to hold it in my hands? What if I just do a handstand on the Death Star? Can I breathe in space? No. Why is that relevant? I'm doing a handstand from the inside. That still counts. Also, I'm pretty sure the Death Star is large enough to potentially have its own atmosphere. Alright. We're getting distracted. The Zeph Star. Ooh. You don't have to ask what you think a cum slide is, because we all know what a cum slide is. Also, what up, Dr. Gene Bean? Welcome home. It's going good. We're exporting things into the Godot project. You mean to tell me that you can't picture in your mind what that is? Simbera is not asleep because they're the official cheerleader for the Game Jam. Have y'all ever seen a slip and slide? Alright, well just use your imagination with that information. Alright. I'm going to make a new... I'm going to duplicate this composition. And then we're going to rename this layer to be exports. Production credit. That's a great joke. I'm just kidding. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? Sun is fine. Ground. Googling where to buy one. Alright, we're gonna merge this layer down. And then the clouds need to stay on their own layers. And then the background is on its own layer, I guess, too. This is fine. Honestly, the background can just be another color rect, but if it's already going to be sprites, we might as well keep it that way. It's like, who cares? The size of this thing is going to be pretty small as it is. So, that being said, I need to stop saying that being said because I feel like for a lot of people, that's like the trigger word for the stream ending. The stream is not ending. Every streamer has that, like, stream over saying. Alright, hold on one second. Whoop! Imagine if they saw that folder name. Holy. Bye, S. Bosco. We're not done! Don't let the rumors of my demise are greatly exaggerated. I'm creating a new folder. I can't stop creating folders. What do we call it? What do we... Average Atlas. In the UI, in the HUD, I want to have like a... In this folder structure down here, this microscopic thing on your screen, in the HUD, I want to have basically a folder for... Maybe I don't. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm getting too Galaxy Brain with the folders. I am gonna make like folders per one though, just to make it less crowded looking. Welcome back. Let's fill in these gaps. It looks a little weird without them. Okay. Is this the cloud? Yeah, this is cloud foreground. Is that how you spell foreground? Foray ground? Or is it foreground, like this? I think this is right. Four, like the number 4. I'm just gonna call this sky. Okay, that's this one exported out. Come slide? You're a little late, but yes, that was mentioned earlier. Have you ever been on a slip and slide? Not related. Water slides at an amusement park. Dude, everyone, you could always tell when someone had a slip and slide going at their house because their yard would have like it's like, remember the dead scar from World of Warcraft? they would have that like in their yard. It was just like a streak of death. Slip and slides are a mediocre backyard toy. You weren't doing it right if you think it was mediocre. You gotta bust out the Astro Glide. You could go very fast. Duplicate. This is going to be the exports layer. Explain that to the European. Do they not have Astroglide in Europe? What's on this layer, man? Oh. Lol. Oh, it's the moon slice. Moon shadow. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They have to. Every slip and slide you've been on has rocks underneath it. Ow. I just think it's like so ubiquitous. Okay, how about this? Here's an analogous item. KY jelly. Slip and bleed. The blood is just extra lubricant. KY jelly would probably make you go fast. All right, hold on. We gotta focus. This is our moon. Bloob. Front clouds, back clouds, stars. I kind of want the stars to like twinkle, so we might actually make a sprite sheet for just the stars. Trees. These can be merged. Wait, which? Okay, these can be merged down. Smaller trees. That's just like the fuzz on the other hill. Why can't I see the background? Oh. That looks awesome. Thanks, Murph. This is just one of the HUD elements. Oh. You know what? That would be great marketing or like a good YouTube video. Someone to like use various types of lube on a slip and slide to find out which one is the best in terms of speed accrued. All right, focus. We'll bust the stars out into its own thing and we'll make them twinkle. Can't give that idea out for free. I'm not a content creator on YouTube though, and I don't have the funds or the yard. That's for like people with houses. Hey, Average Atlas, can I come over this weekend? All right, hold on one second. Let's export. $1 versus $1,000 slip and slide lube. Just watch this. And you have to make sure the thumbnail has someone in a bikini, and you're gonna get billions of dollars. New folder, please. Moon. This is the moon. All right. Ah! Did I just export? It's okay. It's okay. Hide everything but the moon. I accidentally exported the whole image. This is fine. You know what? I'm doing it. Chalk it. Bring everything back real quick just to make sure. Okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something behind this. The moon doesn't actually have a big slice out of it. You know what? Bring it back. Moon, okay. This is the front clouds. How did I do it in the last one? 4 clouds foreground like this? Let's hold off on the stars for a second. Forefront, foreground. Alright, here's what I think we do. For the stars, we need to... I want to copy this whole layer. Whoa. Whoa, M button. Scoop. Copy this. Let's create a new sprite. Drop this in here. Then what we're going to do... we're going to create a background layer so we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, here's our stars. Remember, there's not a lot of stars over here simply due to the fact that there's clouds and a ground over here. What I think we should do is we have 3 different kinds of like sizes here. We have this tiny star. We have this medium-sized star, plus sign. And then we have this like X, which I would consider to be larger. It looks bigger, like footprint-wise in my eyes. So I think what we do is we create a cycling, like 3 frames that it's not going to go fast, but it's basically just going to swap these out in like the step order that is relevant for them. So if this is step 1, we create a new frame that copies everything from the last frame. And we basically just shrink all of the 5s. Let's go ahead and shrink all the 5s. Oh, wrong layer. Shrink all the 5s. I was gonna say, what the heck? What the heck? Oh, I erased to there. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, I forgot. The B button is huge. And by B button, I mean the brush. Okay. Shrink all the 5s. Back down to the first size. Oh, this is actually a bad idea. I think we should do them one at a time, otherwise I'm going to forget which is which. So this gets shrunk. God. We're going to go left to right. This one grows to a plus sign. This one grows to a plus. If you got injured from your homemade slip and slide, that's your bootleg cum slide, would you go to the hospital? No. I think you kind of just have to accept that the experiment failed in this case. Well, I guess it depends. Largely on the severity of the accident. This one becomes an X now. So we can just do like this and then erase. Whoops. Is that how we're doing it? Is that what they look like? Yeah, it is. Okay. This one becomes a plus. This one becomes an X. This one becomes an X. Junka, junka, junk, junka, junka, junka. This becomes a plus. This becomes a dot. This becomes an X. This becomes a plus. This becomes a plus. This becomes an X. This becomes a dot. Scoop, scoop. Almost there, almost there. You! Exclamation point? Alright, so now we have 2 frames. Whoa! I forgot that the preview menu automatically plays. This is not at the FPS we're going to do it at. But you get the idea. This is only 2 of the frames. We need 1 more. Okay, so. New. Ah! Not a new layer, new frame. Whoop. I hear a bunch of noise. I wonder what Mox is up to. Alright, this is becoming a plush. Bum 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 bum. This is a plus. This becomes a plus. This becomes an X. I think Mox is unpacking books. That's what that sounds like to me. Dot. Dot. More dots. Okay, stop dots. B. Man, I love this software. This is like the best. This is like one of my favorite softwares. It's just cozy to be in. I could be optimizing my performance here by making like brushes and whatnot, but I think it's sometimes it's good to do things the hard and long way. No. By the way, when this comes out, y'all are all going to have access to play it. It's going to be released on itch.io. Web playable version for free. I don't know what else from there we have to discuss. We might release what we have, like the vertical slice, as a demo for free, as downloadables as well. Xbox or PlayStation? Neither. It's going to be a PC exclusive. Okay, I think then we're gonna make it go way slower, but we have our stars. I think there's a way to do that in the duration milliseconds. Let's have each frame last like 250, a quarter of a second. I think I did that for just one of them. Yeah, 250. That's interesting that you can have asynchronous frames. As an English person, it makes me giggle when you hear the British voice. My accent is not good. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even realize I was doing one. Yaw. We can do it even slower, I think, to achieve a better effect, but let's stop playing around. All right, what we do now, we hide the background layer. We didn't really have to hide the background layer, I think. We need to save this. Sorry, 1 second. Scoop, scoop. Gotta put this back in the project folder for just the art. I like keeping the like project files for the art separate from everything else. It just keeps it clean. I'm gonna call this star animation. And then we're going to export as sprite sheet. Star. I'm gonna call it just stars. Release the Linux package as well. Game Jam people get pissy when you don't. I'm sure we'll be able to, yeah. The exporter for Godot is actually pretty robust outside of like console support, which makes sense because they basically paywall those. UI HUD moon stars.png output file. Boom. All right, it's very large, like width-wise, but that's on purpose because of the frames. Okay. We probably should have just made like individual star elements and then like placed them. It's fine, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I think that is now every asset that we had imported into the project. Let's double check. We've got glyphs. Boom. Large shapes, glyphs, medium glyphs, small glyphs, items, placeholders. This is all the placeholder stuff that Average Atlas whipped together to build the project with. And then UI, we have our inventory, the tiles, transmutation table. We have a HUD, which has the moon elements. We have a sun, which has all the sun elements. And then a background sprite. I think we're all ported over, mate. Can't wait to see the placeholders get yeeted. Did you make this font? Did you do this? I like it. It's kind of cute. Nice. All right, let's see. So scenes. Grid square. Is the item slot where the item ends up? Got you. All right, well, we have to remember the sprites we have now are smaller. Also, what's going on with the textures, global? I guess you're just loading all textures on launch of the game. Got you. Order links to the enum as well. Okay. So is there a tile per item? Do you want to get in a call so we don't have to have this like one-sided conversation where I'm talking and you're typing? so glad I changed scenes. Is the call going through? Hello? Cha! Chica! Okay, I see my bubble's lighting up. Average Atlas is not. There it is. Hold on, I think Discord is muted. Okay, now people can hear you, so don't say anything mean about Simbera again, okay?
Again? I would never.
Okay, so walk me through this a little bit. I'm gonna go back to the game scene.
Oh god. Immediate audio with a 5-second video delay. What could go wrong?
It's like when Dan tries to interview somebody. Is that how I answer the phone? I don't answer the phone. Okay, so what's going on with the tiles? Explain to me the tiles. I'd like to change the grid square first, I think.
Okay, so yeah, basically in code, when I wanted to access a specific tile texture, I decided to load them all into one globally accessible file called textures. Problem is, you would have to hard code every number every time you wanted to reference these textures. So if you line this up with meta, they are one for one. The enum lines up with the texture you're trying to pull. So you would say tiles, and then the square bracket, and then meta dot tiles dot whatever it is you were looking for, and it would pull from the correct array. It's like sun is in the first position for 0, you'll get the sun tile. I had to throw in some empties as well.
So these are just okay, so they're not HUDs. Like, so these are not tiles, they're just the items that would go on the tile.
Yeah.
I see.
Sorry, and the HUD was, I named the tile and the HUD item the same, so like bullseye lens for the HUD is if you have that light available to you and you hit over arrow enough, it will show up in the HUD. But that's just a single image HUD item, not like a multi-layered situation.
I see. Okay, so got you. So for example, if we're changing out this square tile, the background is kind of the target that we want to change. I think we're gonna get rid of the selected border. Like, we're gonna do something else for the border. Yo, Freshwater Fern, what's up? Hold on one second.
Selected border.
I just got raided.
He did. Oh, hello, everybody.
Yo, Freshwater Fern, what's up? How you been? You've returned to the garden. Welcome back. Welcome back. Also, Dreaded Buzzkill, thank you for the follow. Valerie Doll, thank you for the follow as well. What's up, you guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're in the middle of doing some asset porting. We just got done porting in a bunch of assets for our Game Jam project, and we're about to start swapping things out. Freshwater Fern, how was your stream? I assume you were working more on your project. I watched some of your VODs, and I'm very impressed. That's super cool. I'm excited for when your game comes out. If for those of you unaware, Freshwater Fern, building a really cool looking action RPG style. I don't know if it's roguelite necessarily, but it's very well stylized. It looks very good. Sorry, what were you saying, Average Atlas?
I was working on a bug fix in the background while you were moving assets over. It's only script work.
Okay.
So I think it should be okay.
That's fine. We can merge our two different branches together after this.
Okay.
You did difficulty? Ooh.
This will touch grid square and grid the scripts if we change anything in there, but I guess that's kind of what the
All right, well then let me push up my changes before we do this, because that's going to that might collide a little bit, because I'm about to have to start adding stuff to the script file for grid square.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and do this. Holy changes. I'm going to
Recorded in
push
front of
them
a
up.
live studio audience.
Asset migration. Committed. And then I'm going to push this up. Go ahead and if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to create a pull request for that. It looks like it can merge with no issues into the main branch.
Ooh, nice.
It shouldn't have any issues. All I've done is import stuff, so I'm just going to create the pull request.
Oh, yeah. Create pull request. Merge it yourself as well if you'd like.
Okay. Merging. No conflicts, Pog. All right, I'm going to keep that branch alive for now, but I'm going to
keep it up.
swap back over to main. You can delete it if you want. I'm not going to worry about deleting the branch.
Oh, like keep asset migration alive?
Yeah, you don't have to, but either way. Pull origin.
So now if I...
Okay, so I pulled changes.
Do I need to merge my branch?
Oops, I just relaunched the meta. Yeah, go ahead and do it. DJ Knuckles, what's up? I accidentally relaunched the meta, so now everybody's gone. Y'all are all gonna re-enter the meta. So prepare for that.
It's a ghost town.
Freshwater Fern, thank you for the raid. Go take care of yourself. I know what it's like after stream. Have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by. I need to catch one of your streams live, but I feel like we stream at similar times, so we're colliding a bit. But I am watching your VODs.
All right.
Thank you. You're very pretty too, by the way. Just wanted to throw that out there. Everybody go follow Freshwater Fern. She's really cool.
All right. It is in.
Woo!
Changes in? Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Fetching. Pulling. Yo, Raid in Peace, what up?
Okay. Hello, Raiden. Peace.
I'm gonna close.
Congratulations.
Don't save changes. I'm gonna close the project and reopen it just to make sure we don't have any weirdness there. Sometimes it gets freaky. All right.
That'll be the last thing I change. I just showing somebody the things that I worked on, and it broke, and I know why.
Okay, so all of our items are still here. I'm still on the main branch. I'm gonna create a new branch actually for some of these asset swaps. So we have the asset migration. I'm gonna create a new branch for this. I'm just gonna call it assets. I'm actually gonna do this in very small chunks. We're gonna do grid, tile, swap, asset, swap. All right, so now that we have all that said and done, we're in here.
It's Stecky Swap.
Let's take a swap. I'm going to, so I understand what's going on with the items for the item slot essentially. But for the grid square, I'm basically just going to, since it's only relevant for the grid square, I'm going to go into the script and I'm going to preload the, oh my goodness, I'm going to preload the, actually we don't even have to do that. Here, I'm just going to set this UI.
Uh-oh.
The code has gotten very vertical.
I prefer verticality over horizontality.
You can't do like a if you have one, like all of those 8 sides, the variables up, right, and so on and so forth. You can't do a single like var and then a bunch of variable names with commas and then equals a value. It's like setting them all to
Congratulations.
by comma separating them. You have to have a declaration in each one,
I see what you mean.
I think. Because I'd much prefer to just make that just one big declare without having to set null on an individual line for each.
Eh, It's fine for the most part. I don't really... So we have horizontal frames. We have 8 of these. Yeah, 8 frames. We have... Obviously, the sizing is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the extents of the area 2D. So does the item slot need a pixel? Does it need, like, pixel art? Or does it... I guess this is what's being set with logic,
but that
right?
orange square you're seeing is just like the default so that you could see where it would sit.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna move it.
So the background would be the tile, and then whatever item would go into this square would be where the item slot texture, or what the item slot texture is used.
This is gonna break everything in the main scene for the record, but it'll be okay. Collision shape is gonna be a little bit... I'm gonna make the collision shape the same size. We might want to extend these, but I don't want it to like bleed over into the other tiles on accident. It would have like colliding boxes in that case if they're a little too big. For the time being, can I just make this textureless?
Yeah, by all means.
Are you like modulating this? Why is this so orange?
I think I just picked an orange value. I did not stick to we didn't have a palette at the time.
Gotcha, okay. So this is the collision shape of the sprite. We have the item slot is being set. What I'm gonna do though, in the ready function for this, which we don't have, I'm gonna go ahead and add it back.
Do we not have a ready?
I don't see it.
Right. Process input, the 3 signals at the bottom.
It's not complaining about a duplicate declaration, so I don't think we do. All I'm going to do
you
in
can
here...
also see that at the bottom left.
Oh, yeah. I always forget about this. That's handy. All I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, background dot... What do I do? Dot frame, that's what it's called. Frame is going to be Randy, is it Randy range? Randy range from 0 to 7. Is it
You're
inclusive?
asking the wrong person. Oh, hey, yeah, that's Randy range.
Returns a random from and to inclusive. Okay, so it could be from 0 to 7.
Nice.
So this will select a random frame of the sprite sheet, set it on ready, and then I'm gonna do like a if Randy range 0 to 1 inclusive. So this is essentially a coin flip, right? I'm going to say background dot flip. Is it flip H? I think it's flip H.
Give it a test.
I think it's true.
In the 2D edit, we'll give it a little toggle on and toggle off.
Yeah, let's see what it does. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. So it's gonna randomize which tile it selects, and then it's also going to randomly flip
that's
it.
The one.
Oh, and what up? How you doing? Welcome in. All right, so that's all that's happening here. Cool. That should be all that really needs to happen for the square. The item slot is still centered on this, which is fine. The collision shape is all good. The selected border, I feel like
we might be able to get rid of it.
Congratulations.
It's just we'll have to.
we'll definitely want to do something.
Yeah, there are code spots that are looking for that node, and if it doesn't exist, it will.
Right, because it's toggling the visibility of it.
If need be, we can leave it. We can work on a replacement. Or what do you have in mind?
I'm trying to think if I can like quickly whip up a like a shader or something that would indicate that it's being selected, but I think that might be overkill. think for the time being, I'm just going to...
Scale it so that it fits, and we'll work on it in a bit.
Nope. That's close enough. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do something else here. Alright, so if we save this, this is going to throw off all of the stuff in the grid, presumably.
It did go inside, if that matters.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. From the original square, I just went 2 pixels in on each side.
Okay, so it is very broken.
Woo!
I don't even see the,
I didn't even
let's
see
see.
the tile.
The function parameter string.
That's gonna yeah, I accidentally used str for strength, and I forgot that that's a function name, but it works.
Yeah, it's not breaking. It's not actually causing any bugs. What's up, babe?
They broke their toy.
I know,
They
I found all the
stole
feathers
it.
laying around when I got home.
And then you left this part out
I didn't even find that part. Where did you find it?
on the ground.
I didn't find it.
Your
I found
favorite
Sush. She was under the couch. Or she
Chewing
was...
the feathers?
Huh?
Was she chewing the feathers?
I guess because I found Sush under the blanket in the bedroom, just a lump, and then there was like feathers on the outside
She
of the
fucking
blanket.
murdered it.
I know, and then she hid it from
and now
her
she's
shame.
upset that it's dead. Fucking dumbasses.
So why isn't the grid square showing up? That's a good question.
Make sure that go back to the grid square 2D object. I may have.
Here, I have an idea.
Oh no, I'm not using the background anymore.
Okay, so it is rendering them, they're just not appearing. So yeah, the something about this background is either invisible, being set to invisible, or something is like wrong with it.
Yeah. Let me see. This feels like a quick thing I patched for changing squares to, from light to dark. That was only really meant to be temporary. He missed cleanup opportunity. Let's main. From main, we hit state get level data, which just pulls the level data, HUD change light, which sets the initial light. Grid reset is probably where we want to look.
I think this might be it.
Oh yeah. It's that exact line. Where's that?
This is in grid.
That yeah. You can take that out. We shouldn't need that. Because that again was just for visualizing, so you yeet it!
Okay, they are showing up except for ones that have lights. I see what's happening here.
Yeah,
get rid of
there
this.
should be another comment similar to that that says something like, where is it? Maybe it's in grid square where that's happening. Yeah, that's in grid square, line 77 through like 82-ish.
$77 to $82-ish. Oh, this. I'm gonna comment
Never mind,
this.
it's-
Huh?
Yeah, I guess I got a few lines shorter for some reason.
Oh, it's because I added the ready function.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, completely get rid of that. It's no longer needed because we're no longer lighting up the squares themselves. We're just shooting rays of light instead.
Yes. Okay. So
All right,
get rid of
all
that.
available.
Get rid of the visible collision shapes so that we can actually see what's going on here. All right, we have tiles. Cool. Oh, one thing I forgot to export was the background. So the grid itself now,
Rays of light are offset because of the shape change. Don't worry too much about it.
yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I want to get the grid position figured out.
Hmm.
So this is the whole grid. Okay. How badly is it going to break it if... So in the mock-up, this is now the top left origin of the grid. This like black background exists. Is that going to break things too badly? It's just going to be a lot of dragging, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it'll break.
Ugh, I hate it when that happens. Hold on.
I think it'll be all. I think it will be okay as long as the the what's it called? The squares node 2D is as a full drug.
Got you.
I think it'll be fine. You're gonna be fine.
I'm going to export this out real quick. Okay. I now have it. Skirt. So I'm going to add the background. It's a sprite.
I like it.
Change this to just background. Skirt. This is not the same. It's under here. It is the grid background. No offset. Well, no centering. Then we need to start dragging the squares around. So here's the thing. We have to move the origin of the squares over a bit. I think it was...
I believe that'll be okay.
6 by 6 on each side. This should, when they're all set to the correct spacing now with the margin, should correct it. So this first one should be 0, 0. Yes. And then we need to start moving these individually. I can do this, I think, with like group selection. So hold on, let me lock this puppy down. How do I do that again? I can't remember. Oh. We're gonna lock this one down just so it doesn't move on accident. I wanna lock, I think this locks all its children too, so I can't lock it. But I think if I... 0. Did you go ahead and make them? No, we need 64 more.
I didn't make them, no.
Okay. All right, that's fine. I'm just gonna start moving them around and dragging them appropriately. I think. Hello, Rip Ether. Welcome in.
I believe. Hey.
Thanks for the follow. All right, hold on one second.
Ripa Ether.
Go back to the mock-up. I wanted to make sure I had this right. J-Bug, what up? Thank you for the follow as well.
Welcome in.
What were you saying, though? Sorry.
I was trying to remember if order mattered.
Order of the squares. I'm sure they do numerically.
It's like the numbers in the name don't matter, but it has to go from top left all the way to the right, like you're writing a document, and then to the next row, so on and so forth. So as long as those are in order.
Yeah. This is 6 pixels across. Okay, I just wanted to double check that before I started dragging things around improperly. So that's 6 border. Oh, I'm looking for the in-between. I keep forgetting. In-between, I think, is only 4 pixels. Yeah, in-between each is 4 now. That's going to mess up all the light.
Okay.
Here, let me move to this. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. Oh my gosh.
There would be some adjustments.
4. I actually wonder if it'd be easier to like select a multiple. Ah, no. I'm just gonna do it this way. It's a little cumbersome, but that's gonna be fine. Once we get one row, I might actually delete the remainder, and then.
Is that 4 or 3? I think the first one, the second.
Danktown
Tiles,
Bunny, thank
3.
you for the follow as well.
Thanks for the follow.
What's up?
What's going on in here?
We are replacing assets.
Yo, Freshwater Fern. How's it going?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Before you get too invested, I think that second tile is a gap of 3.
Crap. It'll be easier once one row is done, because I'm going to just delete them and then recreate them.
Chat, do you think if I fly it like a airplane, Zeph will realize that I'm talking to her?
What are you trying to say?
If I'm trying to give you ice cream.
Oh. I think so.
You're welcome.
Can they hear me?
Can Mox hear you? No.
Can I hear you?
Average Alice was asking if you could hear him.
Harry Atlas? No, I can't hear you. I didn't know you were here. That's just fucking good. Whoever in chat yesterday told me to get cookies and cream. Good job.
Alright. Hold on to your butts. This is a dangerous one.
That looks right.
Boom! Okay.
Animation tracks. There shouldn't be any animation. I mean, there's an animation player, I think, but I don't think it's being used. Let it rip!
This should be a 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then again, Control D.
I think we could do like
If you're confident, once you get 4, you can Control D all of them.
That's true. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Why not? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Boom. Tiles have been sorted. There's way more of them now. I am assuming this is going to break it.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Invalid get index base 64 on... Invalid index 64 on the base. It should be up to 63, right? So it's trying to get the children here of the ID +1.
Squares.get children. Oh, yeah, this was a part of the formula for deciding like how you look for up, down, left, and right and the corners as you're setting up the squares. It was 6-based. It is now 8-based.
So do I need to do -8 +8 here?
I think, yeah, if we replace all this... Oh, boy. Well, here's the thing. Hold on. So up is still like... Let me grab my whiteboard and my eraser. In terms of a grid here, if I was this guy right here, I wanted to grab what was up. It would no longer be -6 because that would just be like 2, 4, 5, 6. That would be moving back 6 squares, but now we have 8 squares per row. So I think, yeah, that first one you can replace 6 with -6 with -8. And that greater than 5 is to just make sure you're not on the top row. So that would be 7.
Yeah, so all
6 is
these,
replaced with-
all 5s need to be replaced with 7. This needs to be replaced with 8. Basically up by 2 on all of these, right?
I think so. If it's less than 30, that was a check for the bottom, and so the last row, the last idea of that row would be like, how many are there? 48?
This is going to be 56.
That would be 40, I think.
This is 0 to 56 now.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, so 55 would be the last row we would even want to check for bottoms, because once you're on the bottom, there is no bottom to grab.
So 55, 8, 7,
So
8.
30s are replaced with 55.
This needs to be 8. This needs to be 8. This needs to be 55. 55, 8, 8, and
55, 55.
what about these 5s? These are 7s, right?
See, those are corners. So it was just because I think, yeah, 5s become 7s.
Did I update this one? I can't remember.
I don't remember. 16 and 19 would be the same. It's the same sort of like conditional check because they're both looking on the. I can't remember if it's up or down.
7, 7, 7, 55, 55, 8, 8, 8, 0, 0, 0, 8, 0. Okay. Okay. Boom, baby!
I feel like we missed one, but you are 5 seconds ahead. So let's see.
Every time I see this little candle, it reminds me of the Linux logo. I don't know why.
That's awesome.
Like the little Linux penguin. Okay.
We've got a weird a wraparound with one of those rays. So one of their pointers is off, but in such a way that it just grabs the other side.
Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, it's continuing the ray on the
Oh,
opposite
this one.
side. Yeah.
Okay. I see. And then of
So
course
our math is off a little bit on one of those, but didn't crash.
and everything's a little off center here too, which is ooh, the drag and drop, buddy. Oh man,
yeah.
you've been busy.
Drag and drop should work. It's gonna be. Oh hey, yeah. So the items are still fitting in there. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the tiles
You
are
should be able to. You should be able to drag items onto other items to swap them while they're on the grid. You should be able to drag them off the grid to the right and put them back into inventory.
seems like it works off any point. Yo, Exovims, what up?
Nice. Okay. Dragging to the left didn't work for my side of things, so I'm glad it's working.
Okay, it worked for me in this weird particular case where I think like it doesn't
Yeah.
always work.
Yeah, I'll look into why, but for now, that's the unbugged behavior.
Yo, you've been cooking with the drag. Okay, sick. Okay. So that's that. The
And if
grid
that feels weird, you actually called it when you said like 1/10 of a second. That is exactly like 0.1 hold time.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's the grid.
Okay.
What about
Got the background.
grid, square, HUD? This one, hold on, let's give it a second. Let me go back to the inventory. This one should be pretty easy to swap. The background is just a new texture.
Those are the 6 items.
I called it the inventory. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Couldn't see. Now, the offset for these is going to be a little off,
That's fine.
but I think if I just...
Moving those, I don't think we'll have any problems.
If I move this just like a little bit this way and then a little bit down? Okay. For now, we can fix this up to be more accurate later. Save that. This shouldn't do anything to the code regarding it.
Also, the inventory square itself, you can alter to give those X's and O's a bit more spacing, and whatever proper font we end up picking.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet, but I shall. Okay, cool. Inventory is taken care of. Inventory square main. So this is like the big compositional thing, which basically is just comprised of a bunch of other things, right?
It's kind of main is kind of the manager of.
Yeah.
It holds a reference to every other object if you need to pass signals around. So when the grid needs to communicate with the transmutation circle, it'll be like, hey, pass it up to the guy to pass down to the circle.
Okay, so this will just exist like this. Easy enough to swap out. Back to main. Oh, look at it coming together. The grid itself is positioned improper now. Just because it was butting up against everything.
Oh, it can be moved over.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly how many. Hold on. This is it right here. Two squares separating them on either side is proper. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
And then we can.
Oh, it's coming together.
It's looking slick already. Okay, so
yeah.
let's go ahead and let's get at least a part of the HUD situated. Go back to HUD. So the background for the HUD, this is where it's going to get a little funky because I feel like there's a lot of stuff attached to this. Like this is being updated dynamically using that kind of like textures array pointer that you had, which is
background is just a single color background.
Right. It's going to have to be
the current
dynamic.
Light is like a small icon that's put in front of that. Feel free to oh, I guess you can't just heat stuff because it may break stuff.
This is actually going to sound stupid, but I kind of just want to create individual nodes for each light type and organize them as such and then toggle their visibility based on whether or not they're selected.
Do it. Please.
So for this, I'm just going to start dragging these items in here. Well, first off, the HUD itself needs the border. This is like the new buttons. So
yes.
hold on, let me
go ahead and like hide eyeball the old stuff if it kind of gets in the way. When it gets in the way.
This is the border. Scoop! No centering, please. All right, so now that's encapsulating this. These are the areas, right, that are associated with the right and left arrow.
Yes.
You get an insight into how we chat at work. We're way less enthusiastic.
Imagine this, but a lot less soul and interest.
I'm just gonna like, well, I'm gonna manipulate the extents for this. And also it needs to be, I think the border is fine here, but I want the, I think, honestly, these need to be child of the border. This might break some of your code, but let's go ahead and do it.
We knew what this was gonna do. It's fine. Honestly, I thought you were gonna say I just want to make a new HUD node and just start from scratch.
No, I just feel like basically you have logic already hooked up that changes these, and then like it pipes all that information around. I'm gonna make it so that basically when you know, like when this script file knows what light type it should be, you just like show or hide these things. I think that's basically the easiest way to get around it.
Before we get too far in, what is the HUD script? Maybe it's like a small enough amount of much is the HUD.
Light changed. It's pretty simple. This is it.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the current light. So basically you're replacing this logic to show the correct one based on what is passed in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going off of state.
Yes.
So okay, that's easy enough.
All that really needs to stay is really just the emit.
Yeah.
Because that informs the grid that, hey, the source of light has changed. We need to erase all the rays. We need to recalculate where they go.
Ooh, whoops. I wanted to... Sorry, I'm gonna keep your buttons intact too. I just want to move them around appropriately. Skirt.
Samira, what time is it over there?
It is almost 2 a.m. No judgment, no judgment. Again, Simbera is the official Game Jam cheerleader.
Congratulations.
Oh, and this image actually needs to be swapped out for something else. I'm going to delete the image node and just create a new one. I'm going to call it arrow. Wait, what am I doing? Sprite 2D. And then we need to grab these. And then this. There are 2 horizontal frames for these. Offset none. Boom, just let it sit in the corner like that. Perfect. The area collision shape is fine to be this big compared to what's going on here. And then I think what I would like to see is when they hover into this area enter or mouse entered, we should, if there are light sources to toggle between, we should change it to frame 2 here. I'm not going to work on this right now, and by frame 2 I mean frame 1. That way it's just like, you know, a little highlight. We actually might want to change these to button elements just flat out. It's going to change the way the signal is emitted, but it's not that difficult to do, and it's just it's easier because it allows us to have like the mouse interact, like we can tell the mouse to change based on whether or not it's hovering over a button. So that's like put that on like a to-do list. Do we have like a running to-do list in the Notion board?
We don't, but let me make a note real quick. So what did you go over that one more time?
We need to make the arrows in the HUD a button rather than a series of Node 2D related stuff.
Not arrows equals make button. Not Node 2D. Okay. I'll start a branch of the Notion that we can make various notes to.
So,
I was working on the ray formula. I think I have the numbers that we need to fix that small issue whenever.
yeah, I have full faith in your abilities there. I'm just here to hook up the dressing. Are these the same size now? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, 1 second.
I just punched my mic. Move this up. Boop. Put this here. Do not offset it. Flip it on the horizontal. It has 2 horizontal frames, and then we need to just make sure this is properly aligned. So I think this one was butting up against the corner. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so that looks good to me. So this should still be functional, just updated with the new graphics. Yeah. Sick. Okay. Now also, we need to start fleshing out the sun. Of course. We're gonna have to have like a series of sprites for this. The one in Godot, the thing at the bottom is rendering on top of everything rather than like the other way around in a lot of software. So we're going to go ahead and put the sky in first. We're also going to go ahead and hide this so we can see what we're doing.
I am back.
Yo, welcome back. I am just piecing together the elements necessary for this. I think the next...
I think out of the corner of my eye, I saw... Bye, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out.
I think out of the corner of my eye, I saw you iterate on the left button, which means that logic is working again.
Recorded in
The
front of a
buttons were
live
not broken.
studio audience.
I just like moved them around and hooked them up to the new asset and dragged their shapes around so it functions properly.
Nice.
So yeah, we're good there. Let's see, this is going to be the background clouds. Just gonna call it cloud back.
Any notes that I missed to add to the to-do list?
None that I can think of at present. I'm just like I'm in like full sprint mode. Cloud front.
No. Yeah. Eliminate.
Oh no, you're fine. You can keep asking questions. We can keep discussing things. I'm just
Jokes.
let's see, and then we need the ground. We need the actual background. This is just going to be ground back, not the background. Oh wait, no, we fused the ground for this. I don't know why I didn't do that for the other one. I think I actually split them up for no reason. All right, ground. And then I think we need the sun. Oof, oops. Is that gonna be weird? Oh, it's not. Okay, I guess because they're...
Updates, and then we have buttons.
And then this goes here. And then on top of all of this, I want just an animation player. We're gonna get to that later. But here's our sun HUD.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Look
ahead.
at that thing. My old son.
It's cute.
You versus the you. I told you not to worry
It's
about
the binary sunset. Play the theme. Where is it? Hold on.
Discord does a good job at
Compressing the garbage.
saying no to slide whistles and recorders, so I had to turn on stream to hear it.
That's funny. Okay, so sun and moon. We now need the sprite for the sky. Did I capitalize all these? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. I was just making sure. Boop, boop. All right, sky is going to go here. No offset, please. Sorry, sun. Oh, please be gone. Okay. And then we need...
Oh, and I see each one gets its own animation player because they're all going to animate differently, right?
Yeah, separately.
I think you can delete that bottom animation player. I added it as a future use thing. It's not tied to anything.
Delete this one? Okay. Scoop.
Yeah.
Stars. This is going to take our huge sprite sheet, but that's okay because we can just say it has 3 H frames and we don't want it offset. Boom. Those just sit there. Is that how close this is on the other one? I think there's clouds up here, or maybe there's not. It doesn't matter. That's the stars go in the back. And then we want Clouds. Back. Not offset.
Clouds. Clouds.
Put a hole in the cloud. Clouds front.
Oh my gosh, incredible.
Yeah, I split the
I
ground
love
up.
the moon.
I don't know why I split the ground. Yeah, the moon I think is going to be a favorite for people. It's just, it looks pretty. Then we need the ground.
Is there a Godot setting where we can like auto not centered first?
There might be in the project settings, but I don't mind having to toggle it every single time because I don't always not offset them. If that makes sense. Sometimes I do center them.
That's fair.
What was this? We need the ground back. And then we need the ground front. Oh, I did that last time too. Okay. Doop. Doop. Okay. And then, of course, the moon.
There are the Simbera trees.
They are little tiny trees. Okay. Sick. And then, of course, this gets its own animation player. It might actually get 2 animation players. Well, it's going to have its own, and then the stars are going to have their own.
Okay.
And this one, I'm actually just going to call an animation called Cycle. And I think we're going to make it... I don't know how fast it should be. Let's do 3 seconds off the rip. It's going to automatically play. We're going to add a property track on the stars themselves. We're going to just animate through their frame. So at the beginning, it's going to start at frame 0. 1 second in. We're going to get it up to frame 1. 2 seconds in. Up to frame 2. This might be too slow, we'll see, but it's a very subtle animation to begin with. We're also going to loop the animation.
See how that looks.
It looks like it's only cycling through 2. Hold on, let me see. I think I messed up my keyframing. I don't think there is a keyframe here. So this is going to be 0.
Yeah, it looks like it's missing 1.
It's hard to see because the frames are so wide. 0.
Oh, it's covering up the
1,
dots.
2. Okay, I think that's better. Something ain't right still. Hold on. How do I get rid of these keyframes? Delete keys. Delete key. So this is the first key. It should be on 0. Whoop. This is new. I feel like the Godot used to not show it this way. 2.
I'm behind. What's going on?
The way that it's displaying the actual like art that you're trying to animate through in the timeline is different. There we go. Okay. It's a subtle animation, but it makes a difference. Cool. And we can even change like easing on these so that it's not so like linear. Not super relevant. This is like kind of like tweaky stuff, but
I like it.
it's also not going to be
having-
very noticeable because it's only 3 frames. Yeah, super whatever. But yeah, it's just like any kind of like subtle motion that can be added is cool. All right, so let's really quickly try to figure out how we're going to be swapping this out appropriately. So I'm going to delete the background. I don't think you were targeting that with any scripts because it was always visible. The current light is what's being set in here. This is the change light function.
Yeah, so that can be, I believe.
I think we just say in change light, the texture of the lights. Instead of doing the texture loading thing here, we just say based on state. This is gonna break stuff because there's levels with like candle and whatnot.
Oh, right, right.
But I think all we do is we just say
Go ahead and add the groups for the other light sources and just make their backgrounds blank.
that's a good idea, yeah. State dot current level, is that what I saw? State dot
current
level.
light. Oh yeah, state dot level is the level that's loaded in. I got tired of saying state dot level array for current level ID, and I just said screw it. Instead of an index, just
Actually,
store the level data.
We just need the current light.
Yes, current light will be an index value.
How do I do match statements in Godot? Are these new? Is this real?
Match statements, yeah, it's that, and then whatever the value is.
Bye, Simbera. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you get some good sleep. Make sure you wake up. Make sure you wake up and do the thing.
Good night, sov good. Sova good.
Solve good.
Instead of case, it's just the literal value.
Yeah, I'm doing like a 0 now. So like, what are our lights?
Meta dot lights dot whatever you want the light name to be, eh?
Ah.
That's for the readability part of this.
Oh. So if I do meta dot lights of sun like this.
Meta dot light dot sun. Yeah, whatever value the sun is in that an enum will now match whatever the current light is.
Yo.
Should be dot sun.
Oh, we can do it that way. Is it capitalized?
Yes. Can you do it that way with an array too?
Yeah, this is just like bracket notation version.
That's amazing. I like that way better.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna set
Either
sun to
Something about the use of a third color just adds some sort of emphasis on it. I like it.
The only thing now is that we have to toggle all the others off. What's wrong with this? It doesn't like this. Is my spacing wrong? Oh, I hit space again. And then what are the other light sources?
What if you only had, because there are 6 light sources, right?
Yeah.
What if you had only 6 lines? You don't have to run a match statement. Since you're having to set all the values anyways to true or false, you just say something like sun.visible is equal to state.currentLight equals meta.lights equals sun. So that way, since you're going to have to basically copy and paste sun.visible equals true, moon.visible equals false, all the light sources into each match statement, that would save on line.
We don't even need a match statement, yeah. We just need sun dot.
You're basically saying sun.visible equals evaluate the light.
Yeah, we'd say if we basically just say state dot current light equals meta dot lights of sun like this.
Yeah.
That should work.
And then you do that for every
light source,
available.
yeah. That's much better. Screw. Get rid of this. No. Okay. Moon dot visible equals state dot. You know what? Just do this. Moon.
Just turn light. Boom.
Yo. Actual correct use of the Zeph Dev emote.
Hey, nice.
And then we have Bullseye.
Yeah, there's Bullseye for Bullseye Lantern, Candle, Eclipse, and... Did we only have 5?
Why am I texting this? Or typing this out? I can look at meta.lights real quick. Yo.
Sun, Moon, Candle, Eclipse, Bullseye. Yeah, those are the 5.
Sun, Moon, Candle, Eclipse, Bullseye.
This is gonna... We almost named our stuff in such a way that it made like AT&T bars.
Oh man, I love the power of enums. Okay, let's add these other two. Skirt. This is going to just be Bullseye. Doesn't really matter their order here. And then we add Eclipse. I want the Eclipse, just like from an ordering standpoint, to be here. Does change light get called on start? You know what? I'm just gonna set them all to invisible.
Yes.
Let's see if this broke something.
Yes, let's see.
Oh, it didn't.
It's beautiful.
Oh, look at the
That's
moon
incredible.
with the little dingle dangle.
That's amazing. Yes.
Yo, that's sick, dude. Okay. Cool. Am I crazy or does... I feel like the graphics look a little off.
Would you like to turn off the rays?
No, I'm talking about like the rendering of some of these pixels look a little funky to me. Hold on a second. Let me...
On the filigree?
Yeah, there was like some that looked like they had... Nearest is right.
Make sure that in the passing back and forth that maybe I didn't erase something.
The display, canvas items, aspect ratio keep. That's good. Canvas items is good. 640, 360. What's our override? 1280, 720. It seems right. It's just like there's something off about the output that looks different to me. It's mostly noticeable in like the pixels down here in the filigree. Like you see, it's hard. It probably is hard to see on stream.
Yeah,
But
full screen.
there's like these two lines should be the same width, but they are not. Unless I'm just wrong here. Hold on.
Does it? Yeah, you can see it on the right one. They're the same width.
Yeah, these should be the same, but the rendering of it is not.
Bottom left and top right. The bottom lefts, those sides you pointed out aren't the same, and then the top right is similar. But top left and bottom right look okay. They match at least. Interesting.
I wonder if
What
this
kind
is...
of sleuthing, subtle eye thing made you notice a 1 pixel difference.
I've been looking at this mock-up for like 5 days. I'm very familiar with how it should look. So when I see it launched, there's just like something seems off about it. I wonder if... What are these?
What are what?
What are the rays made of?
They're just a texture 2D. It's just a bar.
A texture 2D? What's a texture 2D? Do you mean like a sprite?
A sprite, yeah, sorry, sprite 2D. With a texture. So I guess compressed texture 2D, technically?
I wonder if here, since I notice it in the transmutation circle, I wonder if...
Take the, gosh, where is that?
That did not change it. I feel like I've noticed this before in other things. Hold on, let me try something else. Scene or project settings. Do resizable false full screen.
If you
Okay, that
if
looks...
if you want to remove the rays, just go into grid square and comment out the function send ray so they won't spawn on screen.
No, it's not that. I was wondering if there was like, because there's like, this looks like a very different resolution of a texture to me. Like, did you scale this texture down at all?
Mm-mm.
Really? How does it have such... Well, I guess that doesn't matter actually, now that I think about it.
It's rotated, but
Yeah.
it's just 4 pixels by, I think, 40.
So when I made it full screen, like actual full screen, and put it on the screen, I don't see the weird pixel squishing. It looks a lot more like true to pixel quality. I think because it's in windowed mode, we're having an issue where like the bar to collapse the window is kind of like giving us less verticality. Which is not really something we can control. We can mask it with other like post-processing effects. But for the most part, I don't know of an easy way to get rid of that behavior. I'm going to go back to windowed mode, and I'm going to say it is resizable. What is borderless? Forces the main window to be borderless.
Like that, like you have a window open right now that says project settings, project.godot, that doesn't pop up.
Whoa, it does fix the problem.
All right, borderless it is.
Well, I don't know. People hate borderless because they can't close it easily. Like they don't realize they can just go down here and close it. That is interesting though. I'm gonna have to Google if there's like a setting to account for that.
Okay.
Because there probably is. It might also just be our window width override on my computer screen causing it to look weird. Scale mode fractional or integer. I want to see what this does real quick.
And then when you're done with that, do you mind if we go back to the grids ready function to fix these numbers?
Oh, it does this.
What happens?
It makes it so you can resize it, but it keeps the window is the same size regardless. How does it get smaller? Oh, and then it's like evenly dividing it into smaller or larger sizes based on your screen. I mean, that's not desirable per se, but it's preserving the pixel art quality. I'll see if there's not a better way to handle that. Put that on like the to-do list.
Adding it to the to-do list.
What is the scale mode?
Under bugs?
Yeah, it's like it is a bug. I would call it a bug, but I don't know.
Visual bug.
Let me see. Embed sub windows. Borderless, always on top. Transparent. Extend to title.
Spell filigree.
This might be it right here. Expand to title.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
No, I don't know what that does. It says main window content is expanded to the full size of the window. Unlike a borderless window, the frame is left intact and can be used to resize the window, and the title bar is transparent but has minimized.
This setting is implemented only on Mac.
Okay. They should put that at the top.
Red text, Mac OS only.
I wonder what happened if maximized. This will probably still have the same problem. Yeah, it's not that big a deal, but it is slightly annoying. I wonder if it's like you can see it when it happens. It's very subtle, but if you drag like the corner, there's like screen tearing going on. Not like screen tearing, but it looks like pixel screen tearing. I wonder if this was an issue with like Suica Light that I never really noticed. I just want to see. Oh, also before I'm done tonight, I'm going to change the project icon because I don't want it to be the default Godot one. See, this is the type of thing that's like a little easier to I think it was hard to notice with Suica Light because of how, yeah, it's technically doing it to this too, I can tell. Especially in this area. It's like you can mask this with like a CRT effect shader. So we might play with that, just like having a very subtle one to kind of mask that a little bit more. Not a huge deal. Sorry, I just got like hyper fixated on that.
I understand.
What did you want to do?
Fix those numbers for the raise. Just while I have it written down here before I go to work tomorrow.
Where is it? Where do I do it?
Grid square. No, under grid. It was in the setup here. Up left needs to be. It's in yeah, grids. Ready. SQ.up left needs to be a 9. IDX minus 9. And then SQ.down right needs to be a plus 9.
I'm sorry, say that again.
It's down left needs to be IDX minus 9, and down right needs to be IDX plus 9. You got the right one. We just need IDX plus 9.
So this needs to be minus 9.
Sorry, partial delay. SQ down right needs to be
down
IDX
right
plus 9.
Shit, hold on.
And then up left needs to be minus 9.
Up left needs to be minus 9. And what about these down right and down left?
Down right plus 9. Down left is plus 7.
Down right is plus 9. Down left is minus 7.
Down left is plus 7. Where's my little... Down left is plus 7. Because the square that we're looking at when we want to go down left is 7 indexes ahead of us. The up right needs to be minus 7. That's good. Up left needs to be... I think that's good. There we go.
Yeah. Sick.
Oof.
Boop, boop, boop.
The math is there again. The rays do need to be changed, but whatever.
It looks like the moon is not updated. Is that accurate?
Interesting. It's a circular cue, so I guess it's...
That's eclipse. That's bullseye. That's sun. This is...
Candle's right. That's eclipse, which is right. That's bullseye, which is right. Yeah, I think... I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
But change logic is working.
Nice.
Or the buttons in the HUD are working. It's just I think there's just a small disconnect between the current light and the current light of what of the HUD versus the current light of the level. We just saw.
Right. Okay. Well, hot dog, dude. This has been quite productive.
Fantastic progress today.
There's a lot more to be done. But now that like the crux of the assets are in, I can start working on like, you know, stylizing some things even further. I still have a few assets to make, of course. I need to get some numbers over to you. I'll get those done soon.
Congratulations.
They will be in the next push for sure. But yeah, that was a lot of updating that wasn't actually that painful to do. It didn't really break that much.
No.
Yeah, this is gonna need some kind of post-processing effect filter. It just looks too flat. Like this color right now looks very flat. It'll look much better once we have like some emission lights on these.
I'm curious, if you hit the right arrow to change the level to level 2, what do we see? It just pulls some different, like on the keyboard, the right arrow.
Oh.
That's how I'm changing from level 1 to 2 to show that there's like a different coordinate, there's different pool of light sources.
Oh, I didn't know that
there
was
should
a
be
thing.
different items.
So here's the moon. It's the sun is what's selected, but it's the moon.
I think there's just a disconnect for whatever reason on the state's current level versus the array of lights that it's pulling from, which I'll check to see how they're syncing up. State.current light is... Go to the state mode.
Does it need to be the state, or does it need to be this?
On the delay. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because, like, I'm pulling from the state, get the current level, and get the list of lights available to that level. And the current light is the index that's pointing at the pool of available lights in whatever order it's in. Then I'm saying then that value that comes out of that is the index that needs to be pointed to the textures array to pull the correct light. So it's a bit ugly. And I was kind of thinking about wrapper functioning this in the state itself to say, like, hey, instead of state.level.lights, this whole thing, it was just going to be a function that's like state.getLight.
That's what it was. It's fixed now.
Okay. Yeah, that was all. It was just... Yes!
Yo, it's looking slick. Okay.
Incredible.
Very cool. All right. I'm going to save all these changes. I'm going to push them up. I'm going to go get some dinner. Obviously, there's, you know, lots to tweak when it comes to, like, centering the light sources on the tile now. It looks like they're still centered or, like, offset by a little bit. You have access to the assets for the items if you want to update that as well. Oh, one more thing I want to do before we're done is... This is the icon.svg. I need to really quick... Here, let me just do this. I don't actually know if I need to do that. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you already have an icon ready too?
I don't have an icon ready, but I have something that can be used for an icon over this. And I don't know if I need to convert it to an SVG or if it can just be a PNG.
Throw in the dark prism.
That's what I was gonna do, yeah.
Yes.
It looks like it needs to be a PN or an SVG. That's fine, I'll convert it real quick.
This was a huge step forward. The sync.
Yeah, this was the merging of our efforts today has been good. Let's see. Where is this? This is here.
And now that since today was like focused on getting like the inventory and the grid working together, that will allow me to now work on how rays behave when they interact with grids that have items in them specifically.
Right.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I couldn't like that felt like the right natural step next.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sorry, I'm
so-
just. It needs a sprite that's 50 by 50 pixels minimum. So hold on.
So get the rays interacting with items the way that we expect it is the next step. 6 items to go through. And then after that, I believe it's just going to be gather every time the light changes, every time change light fires and the light on the grid is recalculated, find the output tile, all the rays that are interacting with that output tile, call to like a check to generate a transmutation circle, and then we're in!
Whew, buddy. Yeah, that's a lot to do, but we're actually making some slick progress, I think. What in the fuck is this? Oh my god. Hold on, I'm trying to find. Where is this? Hello? Sorry, I'm just seeing if this works.
I know you're good.
It doesn't do color? What the heck? I wonder if it has
When's
to
the end
be...
of the jam, X of M's? It ends next Wednesday at 9 a.m. That is
Yeah.
the final day.
We have a week.
Submissions must be done by 9 in the morning. Eastern Standard.
Let me see real quick. Config. The icon just points to a file in the folder. I'm gonna see if I can just point it to a PNG. It might not like it. Here, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Export this. Larger than it should be. Just at the root level.
Lastly, Thursday, Friday, I wanna get to a point where we're generating alchemical circles, and then from there, it's I guess level
Polish.
design and making it flashy.
Yeah, Omega
bug
polish.
test too.
That too, yeah. Let's see if this will work.
Bust out the shiner. Bust out the tire shine because we're polishing.
Let's see if that worked. Yo, it totally worked. Sick.
It accepts PNG.
It does.
Yeah.
So now our icon, both in the launcher for Godot, when you select your project, is that, and also in the toolbar now is the Dark Prism asset. Sweet. I know you can't see it, but it's very tiny on the screen up here at the top left. Cool. All right. That's all for me today. I'm going to go spend some time with Mox. I'm going to go eat.
Ah, I see it now. Nice.
I'm going to push all these changes up right here, right now.
Yeah, PR?
Yeah, I'm going to do a pull request. Big update. I also said I was going to do this in small sprints, but the branch is called Grid Tiles Asset Swap. We did way more than the Grid Tile Asset Swap.
It all kind of cascaded.
I'm previewing the pull request. It says that it can merge with no issues.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. I am merging into main. Make sure you pull down from main before changing anything else, or push all changes you have up to main from another branch. And we should be good to go.
It's okay, DJ Knuckles. Glad to have you here.
Nicoli Cannoli? No worries, everybody. We've been hyper fixated. Just it's always good to have people here, regardless of whether or not you're contributing to chat, all that good stuff. We're just here to do something cool.
There it is. I am caught up.
Caught. All right.
Let's go. All right. I will.
Good work
I'll
today.
hop out of this call. Yeah. Good job. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow as well. Bye.
Bye.
Folks, with that being said, that is going to be the end of stream today. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I will be live again tomorrow doing the same stuff. We have a lot of work to do on this game, as you could clearly tell, but we're making good progress. I'm feeling excited about it. So, without further ado, Zazzlebar is smack dab in the middle of a 32-hour Chugapalooza, whatever that means. I'm going to send you over to Zazzlebar. If the 10-hour Joker beatbox isn't playing when I go in there, I'm going to be really upset. Tell him, people that are in his chat right now, tell him to have it up before the raid. Please. Tell him we're waiting on standby. We only enter to the Joker beatbox music. He's in the middle of a speed run. I don't know if he's gonna do this. Do it! I know y'all can't hear him. I'm listening to him. All right. We're gonna go say hey to Zazzle. Everybody have a great rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. See you in the Discord. Bye. See ya.